Hello, hello, hello. It's your girl, Olarike, again today. How are you doing? So today I want to talk about talent and how your talent could be a pathway to your fulfillment, a pathway to wealth. Now, briefly, I will talk about our 9 to 5 job. You know the way we go to work every day and we come back home and we are very tired. And for so many reasons, we go to work. We go to work for the reason of providing for our family, for the reason of putting food on the table, to pay our mortgages, to buy vehicles, to pay hospital bills. Like the list is endless. We go to work for so many reasons. And while going to work, sometimes you just forget who we are as a person. We forget what makes us happy. We forget that we have a purpose outside our 9 to 5 job. So now I'm going to say, like, having a job is a blessing. But then when you look at it again, it's a blessing. And it could always also be a curse because I think working your 9 to 5 would actually rob you of who you are. It would rob you of your personality. In a way, you kind of lose luster of what makes you shine. So I think it's important that the talent that God has given to us, He gave it to us for a reason, that we should not forget the use of it. Because at the end of the day, yes, we find fulfillment in our work, but there is also fulfillment in our God given talent. I know it's very hard for anybody to want to develop that gift that God has given to them. But I think we just have to try really hard to work on our God given talent. We have to create time for our God given talent. There has to be consistency when we are developing that craft. And, our God given talent is something that would create wealth if you think about it. Like, just think about education. Like, you go to school, there's a certain way you have to learn in school, there's a certain way that you are meant to be. Nobody will teach you how to use your talent because that talent is inbuilt. You have to be able to draw that courage to be able to know what your talent is. And, there are so many talents that we can use. There are so many talents that we can tap into. And I'm going to say for a fact that our personality is our talent. You can find your talent in the way you behave, in what you love to do, in what makes you happy. So briefly, I'm just going to talk about, the talents that sometimes you take for granted, the talent that could actually create wealth for you and you are not taking cognizance of it. So for example, I'm going to take poetry. When I remember, when I think poetry, I think of literature. As a person, I was a literature student. And I could remember that when we read these books like Macbeth, Lonely Londoner, during examination, they would ask you what you think, what is your opinion? And you discover that for every student, we have different opinion. Poetry, literature actually gives you a voice. That when you're older, you can be an economist, you can be a critic. So poetry and literature, they work hand in hand. It's a very good talent to have. When you do literature and you do poetry, you have a voice. You're trained to have a voice. So that is one beautiful talent. So now I'm going to talk about this. People might think, oh, what is she talking about? You know, there are times when you come across people that are very goofy. By nature, they are very goofy. And you just wonder what is going on in their head. They say stuff that makes you laugh, and they say other things that you're embarrassed. And sometimes you ask them, where the hell did you get that idea from? Like, I think goofy people just think outside the norm. For me, I think they have a comic head. People might think, oh, they're just there for laughter. If you tap into that, you can actually be a cartoon writer. You can write a comic, a cartoon for Netflix. You can do voiceovers. You can do, like, go into animation. So as a goofy person, I think it's a beautiful gift to have. You can actually be a jester. So if you are a goofy person, I think there are so many aspects of life that you can actually tap into that would help you, that would help create, wealth for you, create that balance for you. That you can actually be your own boss. You could work from home, and you would be able to take care of your, family. You will have that family balance. Unlike the 9 to 5 where you go to work every day and then you come back knackered, totally tired. So that is one good talent. Is it gardening? If you love gardening, grow flowers, and you can develop that into supplying, stores. Just do things that will make you stand out. Gardening is another talent that you can tap into. And there's so many other talents out there that I can't, begin to count. Are you a smart person? Do you want to be that tech kid that would create another app? Like somebody created TikTok, another person created WhatsApp. We have so many online apps that somebody actually started because they are smart, because they are intelligent. As a smart kid, you can actually start your own business with nothing. In my own time, I'm a business person because I have a business head. I actually started a business with nothing. All I had to do was you know, get goods from somebody, sell it, take out my money, and a lot of things you do back in the day was really manual. But now that there's an online service which makes things better, think outside the norm. You might think it's small, but it's good when you start small and then you begin to develop, that gift that God has given to you because you're very smart and because you're very intelligent. These are talents, God-given talents that He has given us for us to explore, for you to be able to put out there so that people can enjoy that talent, so that they can feel fulfilled because you're making other people happy. Is it that you're good at, drawing? Do your drawings and just put, an icing on the cake. with yours, like you having an edge over another by doing something with it that makes you stand out. Again, I want to talk about this. Beauty is a talent. A lot of people might think, what is she talking about? But if you're beautiful for a reason. When you're beautiful, you have visibility. When you're beautiful, you're noticed. But how do you want to use your beauty? Esther in the Bible got into the palace because of her beauty. Your beauty can take you to high places. But when you get there, of what purpose would your beauty be? Your beauty will get you into places that you would never dream of getting into. Don't let anybody downplay your beauty. Don't let anybody tell you that you're beautiful for nothing. Yeah, you're beautiful for something. So don't let anybody ever downplay what your beauty can do. With your beauty, you can do adverts. With your beauty, you can model. With your beauty, you can do so many things. And beauty comes in different forms and shapes. However your beauty comes, use it. It's a God-given talent that God has given to you. So I hope that everyone at home have enjoyed this video, and I hope that it would minister to you that you have a God-given talent, that you can survive with the talent that God has given to you. Do not let your 9 to 5 rob you of that talent that God has given to you. Because at the end of the day, when all is gone, God will ask you, I gave you 1 talent, I gave you 2 talents, I gave you 10 talents. What have you done with it? Your excuse is not going to be your 9 to 5. Your excuse is not going to be, I worked so hard, I was so tired, I had too many commitments. You're given that talent for a reason. So I'm here to remind you, don't forget your given talent. Remind your children. Ensure that your children work on the talents that they have. So I hope, what I have said makes sense to everybody. And I hope that everybody will start developing, tap into the talent that God has given us. So like my page, subscribe, and leave a comment. What talent do you have? Thank you very much. Bye.